Tomorrow brings a new update, version 2.2. Maintenance will begin at these times and last approximately 6 hours. So let's cover everything you should know, along with some reminders of upcoming content like a new season of trials, runes, resonance. But first, what are they actually doing? Well, they're finally fixing Dimensional Trial Season 1 rewards. If you didn't already receive them on 13th of March, they're finally fixing that matchmaking. Many of you would have liked this to be hot fixed, myself included, because missing out on all those extra random matchmaking rewards kinda sucks. But in Nebula Island, be aware of the contribution when you kill enemies. It's being changed, so it now uses a party contribution system to determine item drops. This is from several Rift Fracture mobs. So once an item drops, it has an equal chance to go to any of the party members. They're improving the target visibility, vanguards being able to properly place markers, and the weapon mastery changes to the staff. This makes it so that you can no longer use your flame discipline to like AFK farm. It now only lasts 10 seconds, as you can see through the tooltip, and they've actually linked the passive next to these effects, so you can now clearly see what the passive skill adjacent to it does, rather than having to go switch to your skills and have a look. So this means if you want to maintain this, you're going to have to let it go for the 10 seconds, then move, then let it trigger again, etc. It's clearly done to stop people farming AFK, but additionally, many of you will be happy to know Burning Ripple will properly work against players, as they've gone and fixed it. With the bow, Deadly Marker, they fixed an issue where it was not granting the cooldown effect when there was like a height difference. But no change to it stacking with itself. Kind of something I think they should do, rather than incentivizing PvE parties to just stack as many bows as possible. There should be at least diminishing returns the more you stack, or it should have a limit of like 3 or 4 deadly markers. Your artifact set that's supposed to give you shield block chance will properly now do so, and with the Adventure Codex basically helping those new players out, you'll get a buff for retrying against those elite bosses. They improved boss reset behavior with Nirma and Minzarok, and the morph, the totem Ursa, was properly account-wide. I believe that's a shop morph, one of the bear ones. And they done some extra UI updates too, including adding chat stickers. You have the spear and all these numbers too if you want to be able to like post them. They fixed that issue where it was incorrectly displaying a bunch of tier 2 items that were supposed to come from the contract coin merchant. And they fixed some items not being able to, say, view the trait listing in the auction house when you went to extract it. And this is pretty much it for this update. However, you need to be aware that March the 27th, next week, will be a big update with trait resonance, epic runes, and season 2 for trials and the arena. So you can already start preparing for that. Get your arena builds together, as you'll be able to start farming the next leaderboards, and there will be new rewards available, not yet even displayed here on Korea. I hope this time around they grant these rewards as soon as you hit those milestones, rather than having to wait like 3 months before you can even get them. But then season 2 for trials. This is pretty exciting, as it's going to bring the new level of runes, the purple ones. So you're going to have to grind all those. Now, you're not going to start from scratch. Basically, if you have a level 60 rune and you obtain the same type of rune on your purple quality, it will also be level 60, and it has a chance to be higher level. Each time you obtain that rune, it can be higher level again, up to the maximum of level 80. So you will want to be getting purple runes, and ultimately the biggest benefit, what you want to push for, is getting the new rune synergies. So you'll have a higher level effect. You can see all the ones listed here, and again, it's just the same, just a little bit more for each of those slots here. So prioritize that as soon as you can with getting those purple runes. And another way you can immediately, most likely, get a ton of extra runes is by spending those fragments that you've saved up from dissolving your blue runes. You'll be able to purchase them. It will cost you also a polished crystal just to get one of these chests, and unfortunately they are still just chance chests. If we actually look at the drop rates on that, you can see that 60% of the time you're still only going to get blue runes, which again you can of course dissolve, get more fragments, etc. But then 40% of the time you'll gain these purple runes, and that's the same for like these defense chests, and you can also get your attack chests. So save up some crystals for that if you have a load of these fragments, and then you can get all your rune synergies early. But be aware, this season, as far as we can see via Korea, we'll have a 2-star dungeon every week, and then also a 3-star dungeon. So you're going to have to learn a bunch new mechanics in there up through your tiers. And on the Korean server, they have higher than level 30. You can push this all the way to tier 100. Okay, tier just 99. That's where it's going to stop. But like, that's 11,000% more health, 5,000% more damage. Yeah, I'm not sure you can actually feasibly be able to do that. If we look at on Korea, Pious Guy got tier 40 on one of them. And that's Carmine Rage Island, a 2-star dungeon. But that's this server, and I don't think that these guys are that serious in playing. And it should allow us to like spend our 3-star dungeon currency if we wanted to obtain those rewards if you say we're tight on time, but you're still more efficient to do the random queue. And then trait resonance. This is going to be a new thing, which it'll also most likely bring the highest tier of material transmutation, because this, when we get to say tier 5, is actually going to give us a ton of trait resonance stones. So this is the main source that you're going to need to unlock the extra trait effect on gear. So if you get a gear item and you max trade it out, you can get a resonance effect, which allows you to gain this extra stat on the item, which helps a lot when you're trying to go for like triple evasion builds. And you can gain like then a ton of melee evasion on every single gear item, where you normally were restricted to whatever traits the gear could potentially have. So that opens up a ton of build flexibility and overall a pretty significant power boost. But they have said they're going to be reworking this system versus what Korea has. So we might not get actually the material transmutation. We might not actually get straight resonant stone fragments from here. On Korea, it's the main place to get them. We might get it from other areas. It is still pretty unknown, so just be careful of that. You also need like trait resonant stones, which currently cost ores, and those fragments. So it gets really expensive, especially when you're trying to go for a specific resonance trait on a gear item, as again, it is random based on what you get. You can see the probabilities here. And like generally the ones you don't want have the highest chance, and the ones you do want have the lowest chance. But that's about it. The update later today will pretty much just bring a bunch of bug fixes. You should get your season 1 rewards. Matchmaking should be fixed, and those staff masteries should be fixed and changed a little bit. So thanks all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.